Hey everyone, I'm Amanda and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be taking you on a tour around my garden and just giving you an update of how things have been going. So come along with me and join me as I do so. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any videos that I upload in the future. So guys, this is how my garden looks. On the last video, I think I had beetroot and spinach planted here and some garlic on the side. And the beetroot and spinach didn't really make it. The garlic, it sort of like died down. And when I started preparing the soil to plant the mealies and the beans, we've got mealies and beans here. See? The garlic just mysteriously woke up. So here we have garlic, we have mealies, and we have some beans. This is a new bed that we added. And here we've got turnip. This is turnip that's growing here on the side. And here I planted some beetroot seeds, and you can see they are starting to come out. Here is my tomato patch. It's been really bad since the hailstorm, but yeah, some of the fruits survived. But my fruits are being attacked by pests, as you can see. But some of them are doing really great. This is a green pepper plant, and you got some coming out here, some there. I don't know what kind of peppers those are, but they are growing. And there's another one. And with some of the plants that were killed by the hailstorm, we just put mealies in between. So that's why you see a mixture of peppers, tomatoes, mealies, and I've got basil here, coriander down there, and that one plant of rocket that has already bolted and flowered. And this particular plant here, my tomatoes are experiencing blossom end rot, and I did a research and they told me that the plant needs more calcium. So what I've done, I dug around it and I added eggshells for calcium, but I still need to buy some lime and put it in here and see if any difference will happen in the plant. And on this bed here, on the last video, I had potatoes and I harvested all the potatoes, and then I put celery. This is celery growing here. On this bed here, can't remember what I had on the last video, but I had a cabbage here and I harvested it because it was ready to be harvested. I've got kale here. You have been eating the kale now for a while. As you can see from the stalks, we've been picking the kale quite a lot. I've got kale here that's growing, and I just put these two beans. Got red cabbage, which is really struggling after the hailstorm, and I also had some spinach around and it just bolted like this one, so I had to take it out. And the spinach that's on the side that's left there is barely surviving. This bed, we've got spring onion and it's doing really great. Whenever I harvest it, it just grows like back really fast. So yeah, I like this. And I've harvested quite a lot of beets here. I'm left with a few more to harvest. As you can see, it's coming out there. It's coming out there and there. So these are the only ones that are left for me to harvest, and I harvested some beets here as well that are here. This is celery. I put a little bit more celery this side. On this bed I have carrots, which I have harvested a few also, but they were bent, they were crooked because this bed is shallow, it's not deep, and in order for carrots to grow straight down they need a deep bed. And I also have lettuce. As you can see, it's starting to bolt and it's going to flower soon, so I'll just leave it as is. I'll leave it to bolt and flower and beautify my garden. Yeah, I think lettuce doesn't really like the heat. It's been really hot these past couple of weeks, although we've been having some lot of rain in between, but it's really been really hot. And these are my garlic chives. I've picked quite a few, and yeah, they are growing nicely. This is my borage plant. It's been getting a beating from the rain, I tell you. It's been getting a real beating from the rain, and this area is very windy, so the plant is a bit bent, but yeah, it's surviving. It's surviving. I like the flowers when they are in full bloom and they are purple and they make the garden look beautiful. This is a tomato plant which hasn't fruited as yet, so I don't know if it's still gonna fruit, because now we are already heading for autumn. By March, and mid to end of March, this place starts to get cold. This bed I had potatoes, if you can remember. In my last video I planted potatoes and we harvested all of those. Now I was just cleaning the weeds and then I just laid them on the bed. I want to put some onions here. I have onion seedlings in my greenhouse that I want to put here. And on this bed I just added these broccoli seedlings. Yeah, and yeah, they're coming. This is another turnip. This whole row I've got turnip, and in this whole row I've put beetroot seeds. You can see there's a bit coming out there. There's a bit coming out there. And I've got myself some spinach here. This spinach was hit really hard by the hailstorm, especially because I had only planted it the day before the hailstorm came, and I wasn't hopeful at all, but it seems to be coming back to life, and I've harvested it a couple of times, maybe 2-3 times now, and I can see that the more I harvest and the more I remove the dead leaves from the side, it just grows back. And spinach likes a cold weather. Yeah, that's what I've noticed with spinach. So I'm hoping as autumn comes in, it's going to just, yeah, bloom and yeah, look beautiful. This is the same bed, my pepper bed. Tomatoes right there. And we also had put some mealies here, and we've got, I finally transplanted my trees. I think this is a lemon tree and I have an orange tree there. We decided to put some beans here. As you can see, they are coming out now. I know it's heading for autumn, so they won't reach a point where they dry, because as soon as the frost starts we need to harvest them. So these beans, I'm just gonna enjoy them as green beans. If you can just go in, you can see they're coming out. And I had 2 lines of more beans here, and my son just drove his scooter on it and ended up, hardening the soil, and the beans just never sprouted. But here are other ones that we planted, I think 2 weeks after those, and they are coming out. They are coming out nicely. So these ones, I'm just going to prepare them as green beans. We're going to enjoy them as green beans. Yeah. This is another line. And the rest of the garden, we haven't planted anything. But what I'm planning to do is to plant vegetables. Yeah, we are going to plant cabbage. That's what I'm planning, and other vegetables. And here, my one peach tree. And here, another peach tree. So yeah, they're doing great. I had 6 altogether, but 4 of them just dried and died. I don't know why that happened, but it did. So I'm only left with 2, and I'm so glad that they're just doing great. So this patch here is my beans and my mealies. And yeah, the beans have done so great, so great. There's just a lot of them in most of these plants, and I've picked up quite a few of them to enjoy as green beans, and they are quite delicious. They're quite delicious. See, they're drying out now, so I'll be harvesting the dried beans, I think, in a month's time now. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Yeah, they're just growing beautifully, and I can't wait to harvest them. Some of them have been destroyed by pests, see, but it doesn't matter because I have a lot of them planted. They are drying out nicely, so I'm just waiting for them to dry thoroughly, and then I can harvest them. Let me just go out of it so you can see it. So from that part there, from that side there, all the way to there, I've got me some beans. Look at this one. Look at this one. Plenty of beans, and they're starting to dry. Plenty of beans, and I like it. So it's beans and mealies all the way up to here. And then we have more beans here. These ones were planted after those ones. We have more beans here, and we've added some more seeds in between the ones that died out or didn't sprout at all. So these ones are coming nicely. This is another type of seed. I think these are sugar beans. And those ones, not really sure what kind of beans they are, but I got them from a friend who is from Lesotho, and yeah, those are the beans that they plant that side. So I've got some more mealies. I love mealies. We love mealies, so that's why we have a lot of mealies in the yard. And see what's hidden underneath there, growing beautifully. I'm just giving an honest review of my garden. Here I had planted pumpkin squashes, about 4 different kinds, and after the hailstorm they just never made it. They just never made it. They keep producing flowers, but they are just slowly dying out. They are just slowly dying out. And see, I just neglected it as well because I just got tired. I had Hubbard squash, I had butternut here, and I had some watermelon. And since it's just dying, I just neglected the whole area, and you can see weeds are growing. So yeah, we'll see in the next planting season, or even during autumn, what I put in here. And this entire area here is my potato patch, if you can remember. And that's a pile of weed. I was cleaning this place out. I was de-weeding it, and just something happened. This squash just took over my whole potato garden. It was a volunteer. I didn't plant it, and it covered my entire potato garden. So I was just removing some the other day and weeding the entire area. But on this side where there is soil now visible, we've already harvested some potatoes. I think I will do a video where I'm harvesting all of these potatoes that are here in preparation for winter here, to store them for winter. So this is the squash that just took over. I've been having me some greens from it. As you can see, it's cut here. I've been cooking some greens from it, and some of its fruits. So you can see there, you can see there's another one. I think I've got about 6 or 7 of them. I've got about 6 or 7 of them here. Here's another one, and there's another one. One got picked up by mistake when I was cleaning, and then I just took it to the house. I love the bees buzzing around here. These flowers are drawing a lot of bees, and I love it. I love it. This is broccoli. I put, yeah, the latest broccoli seedlings. Some of these, the small ones, were disturbed by the pumpkin just growing all the way to here, and I had to like move it to the side. But that is broccoli. We've got more broccoli here. I planted this quite a while back, and I had started thinking that this is kale, and started picking some of the leaves and cooking because nothing was coming out. No broccoli heads were visible until 2 days earlier, when my friend, because I gave her some seed, she came running with a photo to me and showed me what's growing in her garden. And I had to come and see my garden. And this is what I found. I was so happy. I was so happy. I've got cabbage here. So this means we're going to have a lot of broccoli because, yeah, this entire area here is all broccoli, and it's so healthy. It's growing so healthy. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I was so excited when I saw it. Look at that small baby coming out there. Look at that. I was so happy when I saw it. Look at that. And so excited. So we're going to have ourselves a lot of broccoli this winter to enjoy and to give away. And some more mealies and some pumpkin. This was also a pumpkin patch. I had 4 kinds of it. And I had watermelon. It's trying, but I know it won't fruit. Yeah, you can see small fruits coming out, but it's almost autumn now, so empty. The pests are just enjoying themselves. I'm just letting it be. I'll just let it grow to cover the soil, but as soon as the frost comes, it's gonna die out anyway. And this is supposed to be my brinjal, but I don't see it fruiting because frost is going to come in a month's time, and it hasn't even flowered. The hailstorm did it dirty, and I don't see it fruiting. I'll just have to plant again next year. And these are my cabbages. These are my cabbages. Yeah, this is a new one I put here. This one is ready to be harvested. I'm going to harvest this one today. It's ready. As you can see, the leaves, the locusts are just doing the things here in my garden. They are just doing the things. They are just feeding on my plants. But anyway, it's leaves from outside, and the core, I'll just remove the outside leaves and enjoy my cabbage. Look at that. Look at how healthy these cabbages are. Look at that. Look at that. I planted a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. And I had one here, but it was attacked by aphids a lot. And I just had to remove it so that the pests don't spread to all my cabbages. So, and the exciting part, it's the mealies. We've got a lot of mealies, guys. We've got a lot of corn. Some call it corn, some call it mealies. I use those words interchangeably. So we have a lot of corn growing here, and I am so excited. Look at how tall it is. Look at how tall it is. I'll take a picture of myself standing next to it and insert it somewhere in the video. Look at that. Look at those lovely babies. Look at them. Look at them coming out. So out of all our hard labor, this is what I'm really looking forward to. I love myself some cooked mealies, and also, I don't know whether you call it roasting, but you know, when you cook it on fire, put it on fire. Yeah, I like that the most. So look at this. This is our mealies. This entire place here is our mealies. It's a lot, and we still have a lot more here, and we still have a lot more there. So that is white mealies there, and this is yellow mealies. All yellow mealies. All yellow mealies. So I'm so excited about my garden. Now I'm going to take you to the greenhouse. Let's go to the greenhouse. Ooh, still need to put more plants in this vacant space here. Let's go to the greenhouse. Look at that. You know, I feel like gardening is so therapeutic to me. You know, whenever I come to my garden, I just feel refreshed. And This is our greenhouse. Another lettuce that has been affected by the heat. It's not doing really great. We've got strawberries. For a while, this plant just looked like it was dying, and all of a sudden it flowered again and started to produce more strawberries. This here is celery. This is celery growing here. Not so good, must admit. I've enjoyed some green beans from just these two plants, and it looks like they're still giving out more flowers, and I'll just have a few more before they die out, because they look like they're going to die out. And this is more celery. This is looking more healthier. So I planted celery in the containers, and I planted some of it in the garden there as well, because I wanted to compare the two: celery grown in containers and celery in the garden. And the one in containers is quite big compared to the one in the gardens, but the ones in the garden, they just look so green and healthy. And I had some herbs here that I had to transplant. Most of them is basil, more basil, and I've harvested this deal quite a few times, as you can see, quite a few times, and it's already starting to flower. So I'll just leave it to flower. And these are my newly planted carrot seeds, and they're doing so great. I've never been really lucky with carrot, but these ones are doing great. And those ones in the garden were the survivors from the last ones I planted. This container here, I've already harvested a few carrots, and I'm just letting these ones grow. And this is more herbs. I think this is coriander. Yeah, after the hailstorm, it just died, and I left the container like that, but mysteriously it's popping. I had some more carrot seeds here, but yeah, looks like these ones didn't really make it. I don't know whether it was the soil I planted in or what, but it's loose, very loose, like that one. On that one I had metado spinach, and I harvested it. I harvested quite a lot of it for my green salads, and then after it started bolting and flowering, I removed it and put the seeds there, the carrot seed. And these are more pepper plants. See, something is coming out there, and the sun is starting to come up now. Something is definitely happening there. They were badly hit by the greenhouse door. I forgot to tie it on the ends, and during the night the wind just kept blowing it and hitting those plants. I didn't really think they'd rejuvenate or wake up. I don't know. These are my onion seedlings, and I've got a snail there. See, these things are destroying my plants. These are my onion seedlings, and yeah, I think I should give it a few more days and then transplant it. I also had cabbage seeds planted, and some of them really didn't sprout, and I admit I've not been diligent with them as I used to be before, because I had in fact I have a project that is requiring my full attention, and mostly I'm not at home, so my seedlings, my plants are a bit neglected. But I'm just gonna plant more seedlings for preparing for winter planting, yeah, for autumn planting. I'm just gonna take all these out and transplant these onions, and then get ready to start my winter planting. And these are my raspberries and blueberries. Blueberries doing great, actually, since I moved it to the greenhouse, and I hope next year we'll have some blueberries. Yeah. And this is back to our garden, back to where I started. So yeah, guys, this is basically it. This is my garden update, and I'm just happy with how everything is. Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm looking forward to planting more. Yeah, as soon as my seedlings are ready, I'll just remove all that lettuce and plant new things there. Hope you enjoyed taking this garden tour with me. Oh, I had flowers there. They were beautiful, calendulas, but pests, a lot of them here. They just destroyed them. Now it's only leaves that are left, and no more flowers are coming because cold weather is coming now. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you again next time in another one, and happy gardening.